Hello, how's it going? How's your day? How's your week? I hope it's well. For this video, I'm going to be talking about ebooks, Kindle books that I read during the summer. I've been wanting to make this for a while and I just haven't, not that I haven't had time, I totally have, I just haven't. So, I read these June or July, and I didn't like either of them. There's only two, really. There's three, but the third is like, I'll explain it. But the first book I'm going to be talking about is Beard Mode by Lainey Lynn Vale. I read this July 8th. So I started it July 8th and I finished it July 8th. Go me. I remember absolutely very little. Not absolutely nothing, but very little. So I'm going to read the synopsis on Goodreads. Aaron, don't ever call me fat baby. Sims is lucky to be alive. Or at least that's what everyone keeps telling him. He doesn't feel lucky though. He's scarred, has more than a bit of a bad attitude, and there isn't a single day that goes by that he doesn't wish his wife would have just finished off the job. I do remember that. After being denied his old position at the fire department, he leaves and doesn't look back. He heads straight to Alabama and into the semi-welcoming arms of the Dixie Warden's MC. There he becomes a part of a brotherhood that forces him to get back into the land of the living. No, hey, my dog. Imogen is a smart girl, a girl who doesn't always make the best decisions. Her heart is in the right place when she walks into that prison, but it doesn't take long for her to realize that her heart shouldn't have had any say-so in the matter. Especially when one wrong move lands her in the arms of a scarred man that looks frightening enough to scare any sane woman away. Immediately enthralled by the angry man, she tries to get closer to him, but the harder she tries to get to know him, the further he pushes her away. The only thing Aaron wanted to do after his now ex-wife was sent to jail was escape. Escape the awful memories, the pity-filled eyes, the curious glances. He does a damn fine job at assuring he draws as little attention as possible, but then the annoying woman with her startling blue eyes starts hammering away at his resolve. Makes him feel when he doesn't want to feel. Imogen comes into his life and carves out a place for herself, obliterating his defenses one heated kiss at a time. So, I gave this 2.5 stars. This is my review. This is just going to be me reading reviews. So I gave this 2.5 stars. This also has spoilers in it. I said I'm indifferent about this. It was boring, but I was interested. Things were rushed. Things were brought up and then never brought up again. Things were brought up towards the end that were never brought up to begin with. The whole gang situation made no sense because it started out like it was like the gang was after the MC, but they weren't. I'm confused. It just seemed like the author started a plot line and didn't know how to go about it, so she acted like it didn't exist in the first place and just made it about a gang war. I don't even really know what happened other than Imogen and Aaron got together, which was also boring. Usually smut can like make a book tolerable, and the smut in this didn't really help it much either. Yeah. From what I remember about this, it was a very confusing thing. I picked it up because someone in a book group was looking at the third one in this, and it sounded interesting, and I'm not someone, unlike last month when I picked up the Penny Reed book, the Happily Ever Ninja, I don't usually just pick up in the middle of a series, especially like standalone series, because usually relationships characters are together and they've gone through things, and it's kind of confusing sometimes to not know what's happening or what has happened. So I picked this up and I read it like, I think while I was camping, like at night, on my phone. And there were things that happened in it, like a car is blown up, but like he notices that the car has been blown up. Like he notices that like it's a trap. So he's like, guys, stop. And then the car blows up, and it was weird. And then there was like a gunfight at her apartment with like her nephew, like, and his friend in the middle of it. Like, not in the middle of it, but like they were there. And it was just strange. It wasn't good. It just, like, it kept me interested enough for me to want to know what was happening. And I feel like we got no answers for anything. We might, if you've read this series and you read on, we might get answers, but I don't think I'm going to. I bought the first 3 books and I just haven't read them. I might not, I don't know, but bottom line, I feel like there were a lot of questions and no answers. So, yeah, it wasn't good. The next book that I read is Adrenaline by Penelope Douglas, and it is basically, it's just bonus scenes of the Followaway series. So I believe it's like kind of stuff, basically just stuff that you can get on her website, except she does interviews with Jared and Jax, Maddox and Fallon and Tate, and I'm forgetting a girl, Juliet. Yeah, or Casey. It's Juliet. Or is it Casey? I can't remember what what her real name is, but it's basically just interviews and bonus scenes of the relationships. I did not write a review for this, but if I believe it's 99 cents or something on Amazon. It was fun to read that stuff. Like, not a huge like deal. I feel like it's worth it if you like those characters, and to like get to know them even better. I thought that was nice. I like that she did that. It was fun. Okay, so the next book and the last book is Fear Me by B.B. Reed. So I'm gonna read the synopsis for this. I don't believe in fairy tales and Prince Charming. I believe in fear. He taught me how to be afraid. We first met on a playground on a wonderful summer day. It was the first time he hurt me, and it wouldn't be the last. For 10 years, he's been my tormentor, and I've been his forbidden. But then he went away, and yet I was still afraid. Now he's back, and he wants more than just my tears. You see, he thinks I sent him away, so now he wants revenge, and he knows just how to get it. So, this is my review. So many things wrong with this book. I feel like I deserve an award for finishing it. The slut-shaming, the abuse, the rape, and just the overall dramatic mess of it all. The first half was so cringe and just bad and kind of boring. The second half was the same, but a tad more interesting. Like, seriously had more of a backbone at 8 than she did at 18. So, I want to talk about this, but I also don't want to talk about this. I read this on the drive home from camping, and then on the way, like a day or so after we got back from camping. Yeah, it took me a while to read this. I started it on July 11th and I finished it on July 15th. I picked this up because I'm part of the Penelope Douglas group on Facebook, and I guess they write similarly, but maybe this just like was not the book that I should have picked up from her first. I don't know. But someone like, I think like an admin in the group was like, BB Reed's book is 99 cents today. Pick it up. And I was like, hell yeah, I love a 99-cent book. And I remember being like, what, like, are they similar? Like, what's different about them? Like, and she was like, yeah, they're pretty similar, like, not much difference. And I was like, cool, I'll read it. Why not? And I'm so mad at this. Like, okay, Lake and Kieran, like, you can just, it never felt, first of all, it never felt like they actually, either one of them, liked the other. It just felt like they genuinely, like, hated each other. And he genuinely hates her. Like, he does not like this girl. Like, he pushes her off she's 8 and I think he's 9. And this kid is the beginning of the book. Like, we, like, do a flashback, like, 10 years. And Willow, Lake's best friend, I think her name is, her brother, like, climbed to the top of the monkey bars. And Lake is like, I'll go get him, because he's scared to come down. And Willow's like, not a good idea. And she's like, I'll do it. So she goes to go get her brother, her friend's brother, and Kieran is up there, and he pushes her off of the monkey bars. Like a freaking shit little kid. Like, but she, like, before he pushes her off, like, she, like, tells him off, and she's like, you're a jerk, you're a bully. And then she grows up, and he's just, like, a complete jerk to her. Like, it's totally, like, a bully romance, but it's awful, and it's not good. And so we flash forward 10 years, and Kieran, it's like the summer, and her friend Willow finds out that he's getting out of jail. And she's like, oh my god. And then her aunt leaves, and then you fast forward to the beginning of the school year, and Kieran is out of jail, and things start to, like, progress. He starts to, like, be even more of an asshole, and, like, to genuinely, like, torment this girl for, like, because he thinks that she was the one who told the school that he had weed in his locker. And that she planted it there. And it's just, like, freaking, this whole book was wild. And it was, like, it was weirdly boring. For something that, like, he's, like, involved in all of this stuff, like, illegal stuff, you'd think it'd be more exciting. And then I was reading it, and I was like, wow, this freaking sucks. But, like, I suck at DNFing. Like, I'm just the worst at it, and I hate doing that because I just want to know what happens. I want to know how it ends. And I think it's, like, maybe 100 or so pages in. I don't quote me on that. He comes to her house uninvited, and she tries to, like, beat him with a baseball bat, and she obviously doesn't do a very good job because she doesn't hit him at all. He, like, fights her off, and he's like, I don't want to read it because it's obviously, like, it's probably it's a trigger for some people. And I was, like, reading it, and I was like, no, he's not really about to do this, is he? And then he does it. He, like, straight up rapes her. And it's in the book, and it is kind of, it makes me uncomfortable how many people recommend this to other people. Because he literally, I don't know where my Kindle is, or else I'd read it, but she's like, no, I'm not ready, and he's like, get ready. Basically, that's, like, the gist of what happens. And then he, like, rapes her in her bedroom, and I was like, I wanted to put it down, but I also wanted to know what happened. So I finished it, and I will never pick up another BB Reed book, because there are some things, like, I don't want to say, like, that rape is ever okay to, like, write in a book, but it was never acknowledged. Like, it was just kind of like she consented. Like, that's what it felt like. Like, she was, like, trying to, halfway through, she consented, but, like, he still raped her, and it just bothered me. Like, LJ Shen's Bane, like, that book was messed up as well. I'm gonna do a review on that too, but, like, I feel like that was something, like, it's messed up and it's hard to read, but it's, like, the storyline of it, like, it wasn't, I don't know how to say it. It was just, it wasn't pushed aside. Like, she's raped, and that is a huge thing in the book in Bane, but it's acknowledged that she's raped, and it's acknowledged that what these people did to her is wrong. And in this, it's just like, he does absolutely nothing wrong to her. And then the fact that he's such a jerk to her, like, he doesn't do anything nice for her ever. All of a sudden, it's like, yeah, they're cute together, and I hated this. And I wish it didn't exist. It's just not good. So, some things I just feel like shouldn't be written at all. And then that it's a series. Like, you get to know his friends. And, like, I don't want to know his friends. And Penelope Douglas, like, reviewed this and gave it 5 stars, and that also kind of pisses me off a little bit. But I don't know. And then also, when I say she had more of a backbone at 8, like, I understand kind of why she doesn't have a backbone anymore, because he scares her, but, like, why would you, like, you knew more at 8 that he was being a jerk than you do now, and then he rapes you and you continue to see him. I don't know, I just don't recommend. So, yeah. So, I do want to say that, even though I spent, like, 10 minutes of this 20-minute video explaining why I did not like this, I also want to say that the reason I feel like I'm all for a bully romance and a dark romance, I actually really enjoy them, because the bully character, the male usually does something redeemable, and you're just like, yeah, like, I like him now, because he is, like, a jerk to everyone else but not to her. Or, you know, there are things that happen in books that, and, like, especially when you get dual point of view, like, you get they're inside their both of their heads, and it's nice, and I like that. But in this, like, he just, from what I can remember, it's been like 6 months, he does absolutely nothing redeemable, and I don't like the abuse is love storyline, because it's not. If you're being treated like shit and raped, like, leave. And the girl, like, it's not like, because you see, like, abusive relationships, and, like, you know that sometimes people can't leave abusive relationships, and I understand that, and it's difficult, but this girl is, like, 17, 18, and she lives with her aunt, and it's not like she's stuck. Like, she could totally be like, you're a dick, I don't want to see you anymore. But she takes it as love, and it bothers me when that is in books, because it's such, and movies, like, after is terrible. And I just, I just wanted to say that too. Like, After is just like this, but different. He doesn't rape her, but he's a dick. It's like, yeah. Thanks for watching. That's it. I will be linking all of my social medias if you want to follow those. Like, comment, subscribe if you have read these and you want to talk about them. That'd be cool. Hope you're having a wonderful December. Thanks for watching. Bye.